you say, would this person's picture be good on one magazine as an example of a beautiful person? No, it's not as beautiful as this person, this person, this person. But if you see this person, do you light up? Because you know them. You see them, you see comfort, you see understanding, you see sense, you see sensibility, you see warmth, you see honesty, you see truthfulness, you see care and concern. You see a good human being. It may be your mother. It may be your auntie. It may be a friend. It may be a whatever. You are always happy to see this person. In fact, if you are younger, as soon as you see this person, you would like to say, oh, yo, to meet the person. Why? It's not the beauty. It's not the looks. Okay? So when the Prophet ﷺ talks about marry somebody who, when you see them, you feel pleased, don't go and miss that one to talk about beauty and physical beauty. No. You're looking, just check online if you want to. A lot of these celebrity marriages, what happens? Over 90, not 40, 90% divorce rates. That should be enough statistic to tell you that one doesn't keep marriages. And for others to try and say, no, it means beauty. Well, that one is in the eyes of the beholder. If you say they are not handsome enough, they are not beautiful, that is you. When you are ready to decide your own marriage, you decide for yourself. And for people to bring it down to what is called hardware in marriage, the house, the car, the marriage, that's not what keeps a marriage. If not, millionaires wouldn't have divorce. Bill Gates would definitely not be divorced if it is about hardware. What keeps marriage is software. Yeah, love, compassion, respect, trust. Those are if you talk of super glue, that is the one that is really the super glue. And so the core of who you want is good character. When you say you are not feeling it, somebody has been recommending you don't feel for them. It's good you know, is it because there's a character problem? The reason is, as human beings, sometimes the reason you don't like something, just like a new meal, is because you have not tasted it 3, 4, 5 times. After a while, actually it's good. Somebody is introduced to you, you don't know enough about the person. They look strange, shape of the head, even the way they speak, some of their mannerisms. There's nothing wrong, it's just a difference. It's not a defect, it's a difference. It's not a flaw. And that is why sometimes, I think in modern society, I have another Zoom near to truth. In modern society, one of those things that modernity is bringing and replacing with something that is traditional, that is unfortunate, is you marry who you fall in love with. That's a very new thing. Traditionally, less than 100 years ago, it was arranged. Yes, your family know you, and some of those who know you well enough, not know you as well as you know yourself, will be the ones who they know the key things that summarize you. The little details are actually not too important, but the key things they know are constant about you. And they think who would be good for you. In societies that go with the dating, what they call romantic marriage, see the way she's looking at him, even at the wedding, and the way he's looking at her, like, wow, these ones are in love, whatever. In traditional whatever, no, she may have seen him once or twice. The son of this person, and the one who is in A, I know him. So he's the one they are planning to do. Currently in America, you want to get divorced? No problem. So in other words, not like India or Sri Lanka where divorce is a taboo. The current divorce rate for what they call romantic marriages, which is you go and you date and you everything, is what? It's about 40%. 40%. In the same America, you still have arranged marriages. And people have conducted studies of arranged marriages. What is the divorce rate for arranged marriages? Any idea? Says the expert. And he's right. 4. You should have clapped for him. 4%. 4% divorce rates. So please, this issue of I have to wait till I feel, till I whatever, I think the question you should ask is who is doing the selection? Are they members of people that you would consider my trusted personal board of directors? If they all say yes, please don't argue. Unless there's something you know that gaskiya I cannot tolerate. Why? There's an ethical value haram that this person is involved with and I can't tolerate and I can't respect him for that. Yeah. But if they don't, I would honestly advise, if God has helped you to have a personal board of directors, some people just don't have them. Yeah. Some are so surrounded by toxic individuals. Some are lucky to have these good people. And I would believe most of you would know some good ones among them. So if you have those type of people and somebody says, I'm thinking of this one for you, you are feeling, but I don't feel, just ask your personal board of directors, what do you think? If they all say this person is good, or go ahead, please go ahead. I know it's a leap of faith, but it's a leap in the hands of people who are trustworthy. Yeah. The reason I'm saying that is because statistically, your own personal assessment of how I feel in every study has produced 40% divorce rates. Hey, how can you compete with 4% divorce rates? Yeah. Percent-wise, you have to multiply 8% is 100% of 4%. Are we together? Yeah. So to have 40, that's over 1,000%. In other words, your personal board of directors, which may include relatives, it may include friends, are 1,000 times more reliable than you and how you feel. I'm just saying, that's what the numbers say. They say numbers don't lie. So just to touch on that. And I know it's not a modern approach. But Allah, don't listen to people. Yes, so. You're in marriage but out of love. What I would suggest is greater emotional intelligence. That you can detect we're moving out. The first 2 years of marriage usually doesn't go beyond 2. When you fall in love, there are about 2 major hormones that take over. Vasopressin, oxytocin. They are the hormones that keep you up at night texting messages. They are not sustainable. They are the types of hormones that prevent you from getting promotion where you work. Why? Because you don't focus on your work. Even when you are doing like this, you're not thinking of an equation and the next project. No, it's her again or him again. They are not very productive hormones when it comes to everyday life. So they're not sustained in our systems. They're not useful for living married life. They're good temporarily, and that's why they're dangerous. They fog up. You know fog? Like hazo, like low cloud. You can't see properly. Yes. These hormones, they mess up your ability to think straight. When they say love is blind, that's why. Yeah, it's hormones. It's the same eyes, but there's another you operating now. Can't sleep, can't whatever. Anybody makes you angry, just see her text message. Text her. She can, alhamdulillah. She doesn't answer your text message. What's going on? What's wrong? What did I do? Do. Then you know hormone has taken over. Like Al-Janini. So I think when you are in a marriage, as we said, one of the biggest weapons of mass destruction of marriage is what? Neglect. Yeah, neglect. It's not going better. Let's see how it goes. It's not going better. No. The big things in marriage are the little things in life. I repeat, the big things are the little things done regularly, even if they are small. You remember that hadith, ko? The deeds most loved by Allah are those done regularly, even if they are small. Yeah. It is the morning greeting. It is the kiss before you went to work. The hug when you came back. The nice roasted yam that you know she likes or he likes. It is the tidying of their side of the bed. It is the opening of the door for them. It is the idea, let's go for a drive. It is the thought, let's read a book. It is the little gift. It is the little things are the big things. They are small. They are small. But those are the things that build relationship between you and your mother. Between you and your father. The little things they do for you every day, especially the mother. So, the language, I prefer somebody to say, I am sorry. And this is why it's important to read more about effective apology and the difference between sorry and I am sorry. Thank you and thank you very much and thank you so much. And I am most grateful and I really appreciate. Don't joke with words. For some people it doesn't matter. For some people even the language. Sannu, Oku, Yahakuri, I'm sorry. For some, it's in one language, an apology. In another language, you have not said anything. Okay? And I'm sure, inshallah, either you've already done it or Maryam will handle this issue of love language. How different people appreciate different ways of expression. So I think if you don't like a particular way, don't think that somebody is going to somehow guess your preferred way if you didn't say it to them. Yeah. Okay? So yes, somebody says it in yeah, sorry. Say, honey, I prefer to hear I am sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry for saying so, but I just want you to know that's what I prefer. No problem. And now I know. Sheikh. Always complaining versus nagging. And people are going to say, hey, you complain too much. I think there's how you complain that it doesn't even sound like a complaint. And if somebody is watching, they will not know actually this is a fight going on. The reason is it's done with so much civility that it's not called a fight. Okay? Malan Nasir says something or does something I don't like. Malan Nasir, Kazaka, that thing you brought for me, wallahi, thank you very much. Man, I need time to read. It was quite long. I could see all the hard work that went into it. I'm just wondering whether it will be possible to have a more summarized version, etc. Why are we fighting? Nasir Kazo Danaka, you don't know I'm busy? You go on long-running newspaper called Project Proposal, whatever, Haberman. Another approach. So Nasir, which school did you go to, Allah? Yes, so you can move through contempt, you can do through criticism, up to you how you do it. Or he brings it. Thank you. Yes, so it's exactly the same. You're still communicating. It's the how that matters more than what you're talking about. Yeah. So if you can spend some time studying how to complain effectively. Sister Zainab, the question you were raising, they will not even know you are nagging. Yeah. It doesn't sound like a complaint. It just sounds like somebody just saying something of a preference. That's all. Yeah. You have a job and the person you want to get married to doesn't have a job. should you go ahead? Get your board of directors involved. The reason is, it's good to find out why. So somebody got in touch with me. He wanted to get married to this lady, and he didn't have a job. And he was busy wondering why people are against the marriage. And it seems nobody had been frank to him. It's good to find out why. So somebody got in touch with me, and his wife is studying. He has not been in a job for the last 12 years. Do you volunteer? No. Are you an intern anywhere? No. Oh. So if I check your CV, I'm just going to find that over the last 12 years, you're just one mumu at home. Even if what you've been doing is study, online course, whatever. Okay, that's at least some capacity building. But no, I'm waiting for jobs. So meanwhile, what do? Nollywood and Bollywood. Browsing and friends. So there's the kind of person who you know. This is a hard-working person. Yes. They've just graduated. Maybe they are still in university. And the parents have supported the marriage. Okay? You have some online work you're doing, and you're making around what, 60, 20, 200,000 naira a month? And he hasn't gotten anything. But you know it's not because of laziness. The reason why I say this is the kind of thing you want personal board of directors involved in, your own love may want to overlook. Yeah. There's nothing wrong in, no problem, I can support you for the next 6 months. The question is, what happens if after 6 months, there isn't a job? And this is where, to me, it's a test of sincerity. Can you be an intern? Can you volunteer? That's the fastest way of getting a job now. Go as a volunteer, start. Before you know it, if you are good, people will see you are good. When you say, oh, you know, I'm an intern, I'm looking for a job, they will not let you go. They'll give you a job. Yeah. So consult for that. Lastly, how many people on your board of patrons? And if it is just too imprecise, just put a break. You know what? Yeah. And normally a father would not say yes. Yeah. Why? Let him get a job. Let him have the honor that we can help him with marital costs and all of that, but rent? Or okay, we can even help our son with rent for the first year. But so long as he can handle feeding, no problem. But don't tell me that zero from the beginning and everything is borrow money. Thank you very much. This guy has very good empathy. And lastly, so how many people on your personal board of directors? You decide. For me, I look at the major issues. So recently, for example, there was an organization that actually wanted to give me an award for something. But the implications of that award, who is giving, how it may be seen, how it affects my job. So I had 8 people to consult for that one. And at the end, I turned it down. Politely, thank you, but no thank you. The reason is because that decision is not just between me and somebody saying, Nuru, well done for this. It has implications. When my first marriage was breaking and I tried to do what I could do and I needed to decide at a stage, yes or no. I had about 10 people. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people I consulted. Some of them are friends of my mom. They belong to that generation. Some of them are husbands of some sisters that I know and we've known since childhood. So I've known this, but I've also known the husband very well. So we're like family friends. And on this type of decision, it's the husband I want to talk to. On this other issue, it is that my mom's friend I want to talk to, not my mom. Not somebody who may be emotionally involved. So you keep family usually out of some of those discussions. So really it'll be case by case. But at least let it not just be one person you're consulting. Let it be some that you know. Anybody in this world who says, why would you make such a stupid decision? You say, please, if I have consulted the following 4 or 5 people, would you ever say that their conclusion is stupid? Look at who is talking. Then at least you know, even if it comes up to be a mistake, Ohode, you did what was humanly the best thing to do at the time. Yeah. If Allah is saying, Shawirhum fil amr, you consulted. Yes. Nobody will say on your own, especially where there's emotion involved and you don't trust yourself too much. Yeah. That one of a word, just to give you an example, if somebody asked me immediately, I would say, yes, so this is a good one. But, to consult, I know there's one guy, if I consult him, he usually comes from a completely different angle. One part of me doesn't want to consult him. But that's probably a sign that I definitely need to consult on this one. And by the time I consulted, by the time he spoke, it was already clear, hey, thank God I spoke to him. And when I was speaking to the next one, I told them, I've consulted with somebody who has said this and this, and this is this. I agree. Out of all of them, only one said, go ahead and collect. The others, Naskia, if I was in your feet, it's too... No, I wouldn't. So you have to honestly be serious about who you are consulting and not go and, but I consulted some sensible people when you already knew. You want to hear all sides.